The issues you really care about. It's a different kind of a radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No! I am your host. Write down our toll-free telephone number. You're going to need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of the program. Here we are, you and me on the radio. And look at this story from New York Magazine. And you'd have to be an idiot not to be able to tell that this was written by somebody from New York, if not appearing in New York Magazine. Here it is. The headline on this column, which is called Naked City, is Hot Mamas. Gone are the days when an expectant mother would don a potato sack and pack on the pounds. Today's pregos are sexier and hornier than ever. Yeah, baby. Just reading what it says here. The column follows. Summer is here. Written, of course, by a woman, Amy Sohn. Summer is here, and it's impossible to walk 2 blocks without passing a yummy mummy-to-be. A beaming, resplendent, pregnant woman who looks on top of the world. But impending motherhood isn't the only reason they're smiling. Some say they're having the best sex of their lives. That's right, boys. All those rosy-cheeked bun cookers are waking up sweaty from intense, erotic dreams, reveling in their voluptuous new figures, and chasing their hubbies around the apartment, demanding to be serviced. What a picture that conjures up in my mind. Some big, fat, varicose vein-ridden, stretch mark-ridden, Haagen-Dazs chowing, butch, haircut, adorned chick. With her gut hanging out, chasing you around the apartment. Do me, do me. Ooh, how sexy. Dawn, 34, a publicist who's due in August, has been waking up in the mornings flushed from graphically erotic dreams. By the way, I don't know if Dawn is married, but listen to what Dawn's erotic dreams are. So this will give you an idea of why you should get so excited, boys, about this. This is great. This is in her dream she's talking about. I've had sex with everyone I went to high school with, she says. Boyfriends, best friends, both at the same time. There's no build-up. It's just straight to the sex. And my husband's not in the picture. I wake up and I'm like, whoa! That's great. You know what, you ingrate? Just remember who put that bun in the oven. Just remember who's paying the bill for this. Just remember whose health insurance you'll be using to have that baby. And you're not dreaming about your husband. You're dreaming about all the guys you went to high school with. That's great. That poor slob. What great erotic dreams. You know what? I'd really love to grab onto a woman who's been sleeping and dreaming about effing every guy she ever went to school with. That's great. What a turn-on. Probably the same kind of chick who, if you were looking at Playboy one day, I can't believe you. Yeah. You know those New York bitchy chicks. You know the ones I'm talking about with the big mouths and the can of Aquanet in their purse. You know what I'm talking about. That souffle of hair that they have to keep spraying so it'll stay up there. And the acrylic nails, chewing on gum. Oh, I can't believe it. You're reading Penthouse, and I'm here right in front of your eyes. What's the matter? I'm not sexy enough for you? Love that. This ridiculous column goes on to say, it doesn't hurt women's sex drives that the current cultural climate is avidly pro-prego. Thanks to the likes of Brooke Shields and Sarah Jessica Parker, who served as highly visible, if slightly unattainable models of how sexy pregnant women could be. Now, I've met Sarah Jessica Parker. She's a very nice person. She actually was in the audience at my live one-man show that I did at the Wiltern Theater 14 years ago. She bought a ticket. That's a true story. But can I tell you something? I'd call Sarah Jessica Parker a lot of things, but how many guys, let's just get away from what I think, how many guys think she's a sex symbol? How many? How many guys are spanking to Sarah Jessica Parker? I got to ask that question. We just have to be honest about this. Is that like a New York thing? In New York, is that considered to be hot and sexy? I don't know. She's a very nice person. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed meeting her, and I was flattered that she was at my show, no doubt about it, but come on. That's the example of pregnant beauty that you can come up with? And then Brooke Shields. How many of you boys are spanking to Brooke Shields? Huh? And I'm not talking about those of you looking at her 12-year-old photographs. I'm talking about as an adult, pregnant. Come on. I didn't think so. The story goes on to say, and now, Demi Moore. The original Prurient Prego has raised the bar for 40-something soccer moms. With more pregnant women staying fit and increasingly chic maternity wear on the market, how many of you boys have said, God, she's dressed so great. Look how hot she looks. She's pregnant and wears those hot clothes. Yeah. Expectant moms have become a walking challenge to us flatbellies. With their form-fitting tees, as in T-shirts, toned upper arms, and radiant glow, they seem to be saying, I'm pregnant, I'm hotter than you, get used to it. What planet is this woman living on? I mean, on which planet are pregnant women in shape, sexy, the ones you want to bang? What planet is this? It isn't Earth. That's where I live. One trip to Ralph's in the Valley, that's all you need to know this story is just full of hot air. Tell you what, you cruise through Food for Less and see some of the 23-year-old girls with 3 kids and another one on the way. You tell me that's hot and sexy. Come on. Please. Stop already. I'm going to be coughing up blood soon. I'm laughing so hard over here. She goes on to continue quoting, by the way, you ever wonder when there's one person, like Dawn, the publicist, you ever wonder how this one person is quoted in the article? Like, how did the reporter find Dawn? Not in the phone book. She didn't do any research. Dawn's a publicist. Probably met her at a party. I'm doing this story on pregnancy. Could I get a couple of quotes from you? That's how it works. Or it's like her best friend. They don't put her last name in there. Change her first name, whatever. Dawn wears Seven's maternity jeans. You know 7 jeans, right? Seven's maternity. You know 7 made maternity jeans? You didn't know that? Well, neither did I. And then Dawn says, lowriders are a pregnant woman's best friend. God forbid. You let that gut hang out in public? Have you no pride? Have you no shame? She says that men are vocally appreciative of her figure. She said, I'll walk through Times Square and get, ooh, mama, or looking good, Or, can I touch? I'm a tall blonde woman, but it was nothing like this before. It's kind of delightful because you don't exactly feel like $1 million, but people notice that you look good and healthy and full of life.
She's a piggy.
You damn straight. Isabel, 31, a teacher, also noticed increased bursts of horniness during her second trimester when her husband was away on business. I felt this fierce desire to have sex immediately, she recalls, and he wasn't there. I almost made my first purchase of electronic help, but I managed to resist. Richard H. Aubrey, the director of academic and community obstetrics at the State University of New York's Upstate Medical University, says the libido increase is due to hormones. There's a huge surge in hormones during pregnancy, estrogen and progesterone, he says, and there is increased blood flow to the pelvic area, including the clitoris. How ironic that all this is going on when you are the fattest and least attractive you can possibly be. What a waste. There you are having all these erotic dreams, and you're all just dying to get laid, and then you take your clothes off, and I have to look at that. Oh, my God. Alan, 38, a masseur, loves that his wife, Elizabeth, 37, who's 7 months pregnant with their second child, has an increased libido. He says, Elizabeth's always been sexy, but she's even sexier pregnant. She's chasing me around the house nonstop, he says, hanging from the chandeliers. When I come home from work, I'm tired. Sometimes I have to say no. Elizabeth has been having erotic dreams, too. After her daughter recently woke up in the middle of one, she was annoyed, wishing she could have gotten to the end. I wake up thinking, I better run to the bathroom and check my pants, she says, adding that the scenarios start out innocently and quickly turn dirty. She says, I'm either with Alan, that's the husband, or with other women that I may or may not know. I think Alan plants those seeds in my head. When she has one of those dreams and Alan isn't around, she has to manage for herself. My self-gratification has definitely increased, she says. I don't let the urge pass as much. He went away recently, and I turned on the porn a lot. Believe me, when he was in the hotel, dear, so did he. Spanker Vision was on every night. $9.95 a shot. Another reason for increased drive and his is that safe sex is no longer necessary. What about after that time on the road? Watching hot chicks and porno. Who knows what he's up to? You never thought about that, did you? Don't worry about condoms, honey. She says there's this feeling of abandon. We don't worry about condoms. Even the pressure of trying to get pregnant is off. And there's an urgency of wanting to get the sex in before the baby comes. She's also been more of a space cadet lately, which helps in the sack. When pregnant, it seems, every woman's a blonde. Placenta brain takes the edge off, she says. You can allow yourself to get into sex without thinking about anything. Elizabeth feels especially womanly these days because she is also still breastfeeding their daughter. Alan is a pregnancy fetishist who'd probably have a grand old time on the porn site Prego.com. He loves to tug at her breast. It tastes like unpasteurized milk, he reports. I think it's great that you can squeeze the breast while you're having sex and milk comes out. Who are these people? Who are they? Elizabeth says, I'm pretty much nursing two people. He finds it amazing. He loves the taste, and he finds it very sexy, just squirting it out and letting it run down his face and chest. Of course, it makes me feel very unsexy because he's treating me like a cow. You are a cow, sweetheart. The part of my pleasure is in knowing that I'm turning him on. You know, I could read you the rest of this, but what's the point? Another story written by a woman from her own wishful thinking point of view implying that pregnant women are sexier, hornier, hotter, better. Does anybody really believe that?
Tom Leykis. Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-866.
I hate you, and that is why I have to listen to you, because you are right most of the time.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis, only on Hot Talk 1080 KOTK.
Tom Leykis Show on 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Stephen. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Stephen.
Hey, I just need to take this moment. You hit a touchy subject here. I cannot stand to see pregnant women walking around fancy areas with their stomachs hanging out. This whole new thing where half their stomach is out, like as though they're going to wear like a pierced ring on their stomach.
As some of them do, by the way, and they've got those lowriders on. Thank you, Britney Spears. Thank you very much. And so they think this is wonderful. It's almost like this little hatch was created for their gut to hang through.
It makes me want to puke. And also, I don't know, how does somebody have sex with someone that's pregnant? Aren't you going to like kill the baby or stab it in the head?
There are ways to do it, apparently. I don't know, because I've never, ever, to my knowledge, been with a pregnant woman, so I don't know.
Anyway, disgusting. Women, stick your bellies back in your shirts.
Yeah, please. Call the Environmental Protection Agency.
Take me out, Tom.
Here you go, Stephen. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Rebecca, on the Tom Leykis Show.
Tom.
Rebecca.
I was listening to the things you were reading, and when I was pregnant, I could not let my husband squeeze my breast to get milk out. That would just be grossing me out.
Oh, that would gross you out. But how about him having to look at you all fat and sweaty?
Oh, no. See, I didn't do that. I didn't wear the lowriders when I was pregnant. I always wore the big maternity jeans where my stomach was covered and wore big T-shirts. I mean, you could tell I was pregnant, but I didn't flaunt it, and I didn't want people to see my belly because that's my business.
Exactly. Keep it to yourself.
Exactly.
Nobody wants to see those stretch marks, and some women have these C-section scars from the last time they were pregnant.
I know. It's just I could not bring myself to wear all those clothes like that, because when I see it on people, I saw someone where I lived who wore a bikini when she was pregnant, and I'm just thinking, doesn't she have any respect for herself?
Good question.
I could not do that.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you.
1-800-5800-TOM. It's Amanda on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Tom.
Hello, Amanda.
I am laughing my ass off in my car listening to what you are reading. The sad thing is I've been pregnant. I just recently had a baby about 3 months ago, and I was hornier than hell when I was pregnant.
What a tragedy that you're so horny when you look your worst.
Isn't that sad? I felt so bad for my husband. But it is totally true. I mean, when you're pregnant, I mean, you want it constantly.
Well, nobody wants you. That's the problem.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Leykis.
This is the Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles at 1-800-5800-TOM. Where do people get this idea that women are hotter when they're pregnant? Well, where does that come from? Please. This is women engaging in wishful thinking. Men don't think that. It's just that men will bang anything. If you're available, we'll bang you. We also do that with fat and fugly chicks who aren't pregnant at all. We don't let anybody know, and we don't do it when anybody's around, but we do. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. Heidi on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Yeah.
Is that how you begin a phone conversation?
I don't know. Who am I talking to?
Did you want to talk to Tom?
Okay.
All right, hold on, please.
This is the Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles at 1-800-5800-TOM. This is Heidi on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, I've been listening to your callers and you talking about pregnant women not showing their bellies. And I think it's wonderful. The great-looking women should show their bellies. Their navel's pierced.
It isn't great-looking. It's hideous.
It is.
It's
the
hideous.
fat, ugly ones that should wear the big T-shirts and the big pants And
dear, I got a news flash for you. When you're pregnant, you are fat. That's it. Done.
do men cover up their great big bear bellies?
You know what? Those who don't should.
Probably, but not women.
Oh yeah, men and women. Cover it up.
Women.
Why not?
It's a good.
I'm a man. I don't want to see it. I'll tell you. If these women are living under the delusion that men are looking or want to see it, get real. We don't.
You don't.
We don't.
You don't. They do.
No, they really don't, dear. That you are dreaming.
No, I'm not dreaming.
This is wishful thinking,
more
sweetheart.
spectacular than male population. If they're not liking it, then.
I love the way you're telling us what should turn us on. You know what? You don't know what turns us on. And seeing your gut hanging out, Britney Spears style, doesn't do it for us.
You don't have any children. You've never had a pregnant.
It has nothing to do with it.
I don't know. You might change your mind.
Doubt it. And even look, and by the way, if I had a pregnant wife, maybe I'd be hot for her. But I don't think other men would want to see it.
No.
No.
Well, I think they look great. I think they're.
Well, dear, you know what? Fine, you think it looks great, but these women, like this woman who wrote this column in New York Magazine, are under the delusion that men like it. We don't.
Well, I think you're wrong.
What, you say you think I'm wrong based on what?
Lactating women and sex is just awesome.
Well, look, we'll get to that issue in a second. The fact is, who are these men? Where are these men who think women at their most pregnant are so beautiful? Where are they?
They're all over. They're looking.
They are not, dear. And by the way, some of us are gawking at your absolute unbelievable gall to have your gut with its stretch marks and its belly rings and its...
The ones who are dressing like that, honestly, are not the ones with the stretch marks. They're not the ones that are eating twice as much as they should. They're the ones that are...
Dear, they're all doing it. Believe me, there's not all, but a lot of them are doing it.
They're the ones staying in shape. They're the ones...
Most of them do not. Dear, I don't know where you live or where on the planet you live. Most of these women do not stay in shape.
They do.
Really? Well, I'll tell you what. You ought to look a little more carefully around the supermarket. I know I have. I know I see who's around me, and I'm telling you, it's these big fat pigs with rolls of fat hanging out, wearing lowriders. Some lowriders hanging so low that maybe they ought to shave their pubes.
Well, I guess I haven't seen those ones.
They're out there, believe me, darling.
But I've been pregnant for the last, breastfeeding and pregnant for the last 6 years. And
what, like every year?
Every other.
And you're under this delusion that men love it?
I got a lot of looks when I was pregnant.
Yeah, but what makes you think they were lusting after you? That's wishful thinking, dear.
Well, I wouldn't say they were lusting.
You know what? A person with no legs gets a lot of looks, too. You think it's because it's sexy?
No, that doesn't even compare.
Really? How about a person who weighs 1,000 pounds? You think they get a lot of looks? You bet they do. How do you presume to tell what that person is thinking when they're gawking at you?
I suppose if they continue looking and they're smiling.
They might be smiling going, look at the gall of this chick with her gut hanging out.
Well, I can't.
Look at her. You think she's hot? Look at this. Look at her.
Well, let men do it. They run around with their bellies hanging out, and they have no...
You're not going to hear any support on this program from men letting their beer guts hang out. I'm opposed.
Okay. Well...
And by the way, a man's beer gut is just about as sexy as you are when your gut is hanging out.
Ooh. All right. Well, I think the women who are wearing the clothes they're wearing is because they're feeling good and proud of who they are.
No, it's because it's the usual, in the United States, it's the usual thing where women are getting fatter and fatter and fatter, and now they are proud of being fat and want to show all the rest of the world how fat they are. They're large and in charge and all that crap. You know what? Men are getting tired of it.
Yeah, they're not used to taking the second seat.
Well, dear, most of you, when you're pregnant, can take the first and the second seat. The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Thank you for tuning in. Are pregnant women hotter? Sexier? Do you want them with their guts hanging out? Wearing lowrider jeans, you like that? Chris on the Tom Leykis Show, hello.
Hey, Tom, been waiting a long time to talk to you. Hey, I just want to say a few things. First of all, it's obvious to me that guy that got fired from the New York Times is now moonlighting as a woman writing for the New Yorker. And secondly, I'm on my wife's pregnant with our third, and it just dries up. You know, the whole idea that they get hornier when they're pregnant, maybe so, but not for their husbands.
Uh-huh.
And I guess the one benefit would be that she goes from a B to almost a D. But that's about it.
Yeah, but so does her gut.
Yeah, I know. Well, hey, she's carrying mine, so, you know, in a way it is kind of cool, but...
it's like natural underwire.
Yeah, but as far as, like, exposing herself with clothes and stuff, nah. Hideous.
Yeah.
Hideous.
And by the way, even if you're turned on by it, nobody else is.
Yeah, and I mean, who looks at someone else that's pregnant and gets turned on knowing that there's someone else's baby in there? That's just wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
That's wrong. Take me out with a bong hit and a thank you, Jesus, would you, Tom?
Here they come, Chris.
Thank you, Jesus.
1-800-5800-TOM. Christy on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
God, that was totally stupid. Hey, be nice to me because I'm really intimidated by you, Tom.
Well, I'm not nice to anybody. Nobody gets any free ride on this show.
It's not what I'm asking for. Tom, I just want to know what you think pregnant women should act like, or do you think there even should be any pregnant women?
Oh, there are going to be pregnant women. That's the way of the world. But to be wearing lowrider jeans and exposing your gut to the world at a time like that, stupid. Mm-hmm. Stupid. And you're really living in a dream world to think that men are getting hot looking at it.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. Just wanted to know what you thought about it.
That's what I think.
Have a good day, Tom.
You too, Christy. Alex on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey there, Thomas.
Alex.
How you doing?
Okay.
I just want to say, is this not a testament to what attention whores women are?
Of course.
This for 9 months out of their entire life that they can't just use their body exclusively for the fostering and nurturing of their unborn child, and they have to use it to continue to get sexual attention, even though they're out there like blubbery pregzillas. It's ridiculous.
Pregzillas, I like that.
Yeah, 9 months of your life. Cover up. You can't sacrifice 9 months? Get your priorities together.
Yeah, well, they just can't stop being the attention whores. They can't stop.
No kidding. Take me out match game, would you?
Match game style. Here you go, Alex. I never had any idea that would catch on the way it is. Okay. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. This is Mike on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
What's up, Tom?
Not much, Mike. What's up with you?
Dude, all I got to say is, what's up to...
Okay. You thought that was getting on, but it didn't. Dawn on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
I just wanted to say that I totally agree with you. I just had a baby 5 months ago, and there is no reason for women to be walking around in their belly shirts. But I also really appreciated your comment about how if it was your wife, you know, you might find her sexy, but that doesn't mean every other guy in the world wants to see her.
That's right.
You know, so, I mean, my husband...
I mean, if I put the bun in the oven, I might be more interested. But why would anyone else want to see someone else's handiwork?
Exactly. And, I mean, I can appreciate women who feel confident about their body, but they don't need to be doing it with showing belly shirts. There's plenty of maternity clothes out there that are very nice and elegant and modest.
Yes.
So I just wanted to say I agree with you.
Oh, Dawn, thank you so much. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. David on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. All right, we have another David on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, how's it going, Tom?
All right, David.
Caller, long-time listener.
Thank you.
Hey, well, I just like to say that for some odd reason, I love pregnant women. And they just turn me on.
Because it's a fetish of yours.
Is it?
You don't think most guys feel that way, do you?
No, I don't. It's just, I don't know.
It's like a guy with a foot fetish. Come on.
Yeah, I do have a foot fetish also.
I'll bet you do.
Well, like Don said, there are certain ways you can, wear your clothes, wear nice clothes. You don't have to show your belly, but, with pregnant women, for some reason, turn me on. It's not that they're horny all the time. It's just they're feeling ugly, and their man has to give it to them. That's it. That's all. That's all that they want, It's not because they're horny. They know that they're feeling ugly, and they got to get it somehow, so they got to bug them,
Thank you for that.
1-800-5800-TOM.
Really?
1-800-5800-866.
Shut up! Why do you listen to Tom then? You don't like him, don't listen to him. I used to listen to him every night. I listen to him every night. He is my idol. Shut up! I'm talking. Okay. Shut up!
The Tom Leykis Show.
Like us on Hot Talk 10.
Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Elena, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi. I'm just calling to say that the first thing I've noticed when I got to this country are women that they look disgusting. They don't take care of themselves. They don't bother to dress nice. They're just gross. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And pregnant women, on top of that, even worse. And I don't understand why they want to show all of that. Hide it.
Yeah, put it away somewhere.
Yeah. So I just want to say that.
Well, thank you, Elena.
You're welcome.
Appreciate the call. It's Stu on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Stu.
I just wanted to let you know about a matter that happened this last season. I won't mention the show, but it's sitcom, and I work on the show. And there's a good-looking girl who was pregnant, but she was showing her belly. And I complained to the producers, and the producers basically said, we don't care. We'll let her do it. And I said, fine. Then, next Monday I'll come into work, and I'll have a belly shirt on, which, I don't have the greatest stomach in the world. But I said, I'll have a belly shirt on, and they said, well, we'll tell you to go change. And I said, well, how can you do that? And they said, we can do whatever we want. And I totally think it's wrong.
Well, you could have filed a complaint with the Human Resources Department at that company, and if they were afraid of being sued, they'd have done something.
Yeah, I thought about it. It just, I guess I didn't really want to go that far. But You're right. I mean, there's different avenues you could have gone down. But I just think it's ridiculous that they let this pregnant woman walk around on the set with this belly showing. Whether she's good looking or not, it doesn't really matter. But yet they would discriminate against me. Now, unfortunately, there's nothing I could do.
Discrimination is wrong as long as it's against women. That's what we've decided in this society.
Exactly, yeah. So I just thought you'd like that one.
I love the story, Stu. Thank you for that. It's Sam on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Sam.
Listen, I don't really normally call into radios, but I just had a few things that I thought the ladies out there who were listening would like to hear me say. Nothing against you, but some of what's being said is kind of frustrating, and I have two things to say. One is that a lot of the people who have called in are taking a very male normative standpoint on this, and what I mean by that is that we're talking about whether women should or should not show their bodies based on if men want them to. And, women generally dress one way or another.
I also think most women find it hideous.
But during the 9 months that women are pregnant, they should be able to continue dressing whichever way they want.
Well, they're able to, but we don't like it. And we're able to express opinions about how we think it's disgusting, that we think they're big fat hogs, that we think they ought to keep it in their jeans. We have every right to express that opinion.
Okay, but
in fact, I would encourage people to go right up to them and express it in public. Because we have freedom. They have freedom to dress the way they want. We have freedom to tell them they look hideous.
You do, but let me talk about one other freedom that I think women have. And that is that a lot of women in today's society that you're saying look disgusting and are getting fatter and fatter, it's not that women out here don't know that. It's that women do know that, and they're very self-conscious about it. So what I'm saying is...
Well, they stop eating so much if they're so self-conscious.
Okay, Tom, but listen, what I'm saying is maybe the 9 months that women are pregnant are the first 9 months that they're like, hey, my body looks the way it's supposed to, and I'm happy.